I am so sick. I really want to just give up on everything because I am going through a lot right now. And it's difficult. A lot of people don't really understand. And the job I have doesn't give me very many hours. And it only pays $15.50 an hour. So it's just a lot of people just like to say, "Oh, you're just giving up. You're just being so depressed. You gotta let go." Like, I'm going through a lot because of a lot that I'm dealing with, and emotionally wise, and I'm sick. And on top of that, this building that I live in, the landlord's trying to sell it, and he also wants me to move out so he can get more money for this apartment. Because when I moved in 4 years ago, I was paying a little amount, and it's still the same. And he's been trying to raise the rent ever since. And while I agree, it's his building, it's his place. He could do what he wants. It's just the fact of it's not right, and I need time to move out or find somewhere else or something, And the landlord told me, sent a letter through the management company, and I knew for a little bit, but it hasn't been easy. I've been trying to save money, and every time I do, something comes up where I have to pay something, and that's life. That's bills and stuff. But now Christmas passed, I have no more money, I have nothing. And I am, as much as I really need this job, there's no respect there. They don't have anybody to cover us when we're sick. They argue and fight with us over things that are not done in the morning when we're busy all night doing our job. I go into work at 9, sometimes I leave at 4, but sometimes I leave at 3. But that is our scheduled time, either at 4 or at 3. That is my scheduled time to leave sometimes. And sometimes I clock out and I'm not able to leave until like 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, almost 5 sometimes. And I don't get home sometimes until 5. And it's awful because then when I try to go to sleep and try to wake up the next morning to get my kids to school, it's just terrible. So I've been looking for a job for the longest for at home or 9 to 4, 9 to 5, and nowhere wants to give me that. And I do not have somebody there to help me in any way. So, I mean, it hasn't been easy. But I am so ready to quit this job because they don't even have somebody to cover us when we're sick. They don't respect us. They argue and fight over things that are not done. They criticize and judge when we are doing our stuff. It's okay to criticize, and so it's okay to write it on a paper and let us know what we're doing wrong or what we need to get done. I don't mind. I read those things. But when you are constantly saying, "Oh, these people don't get their job done, these people don't do what they're supposed to, these people don't," we are doing the best we can considering the fact that we have to clean the entire store while we are there and dealing with customers and cook food and make drinks and bake food in the back, which you hear me. I am sick. Should I be dealing with food? No, that is why I called out again today, because my kids had the flu, and obviously they transferred it to me, and I was going to work while my kids were sick, and I was dealing with my kids being sick and cleaning up their messes. And yes, I can be clean. I did have Clorox. I did have disinfectant, and I was able to disinfect after them. But then I had to go to work. I had to call out one day because I got sick. And then the next day I went into work. And then I had a couple of days off. And they expected me to go in at 1 in the morning to 4. I asked somebody else who was already there at 1 to stay if they could cover me. They said yes. And then I asked somebody if they can cover me today, which they didn't answer me. My boss told me ask these 2 people and they didn't answer me. So I messaged her back and I let her know. And then she said, "Well, I asked this person and they told me that they'll cover you." I said, "Okay." A few minutes ago, I get a message from the other person saying, "Oh no, unfortunately, I can't." So on the days that I don't work, the other person works. On the day that the girl that works with me doesn't work, the other person that's covering me tonight works. So I'm about to go in. I really want to go into a shelter, either into a shelter or something, because I don't have any money to afford another apartment, and I definitely don't have the strength to keep working overnight in this job that doesn't pay me well, and I literally I can't even explain what goes on in this job. And like, while there are people that are very nice and kind, we have customers that are they're so nice, they're so kind, and we have a customer that she's given us gifts for holidays and stuff, and she's so sweet. She's given us tips before too, and I can't say how much we are treated poorly sometimes, and we're underappreciated. But imagine being underappreciated by the people that you work with and underappreciated by the customers as well. And it's not all of them, it's some of them. But then the worst is when you're underappreciated by the person that you work with, and you get just attitude and disrespect over a timer or over a sandwich that isn't made properly or quickly, or a drink that wasn't made properly because something wasn't communicated right, and then they try to act like it was your fault. I'm just tired. This is why I stopped working in fast food. But it's stressful, and it's another day in my life. And I'm a mother of 5, but one of my children isn't with me right now. He is incarcerated, and it's the hardest. He is my eldest, and I have a second eldest who is here, and he helps me with the kids. And no, he doesn't work, but he goes to school and he does help me watch the kids overnight. But I mean, the other things, he helps me around the house too. It's a very hard deal. I'm just trying to deal with everything as a single parent, and I mean, I am okay with doing stuff on my own because it's a more peaceful life for now, rather than having somebody cheating on me, or I don't know, arguing with my kids or something. That person, when they're ready to come into my life, they will, and they'll find me, because I'm definitely not going anywhere looking for anybody. So for now, I'm just trying to get by. I hope that everybody has a good day. I'm pray for those people that are going through things that they should be handling right, and going through stuff and need somebody. I just pray for everybody who's going through just depression, or a rough time in their life, or and sick and going through stuff, and it's the worst feeling in the world, and being alone, or just being alone in general, or anything you're going through, like life-changing events or natural disasters or anything at all. I pray for all of you, because having this feeling is just terrible, and it's never easy to deal with. So on that note, good night. Tomorrow's another beautiful day, even if it is cold and windy. The Lord gave you the chance to wake up. Peace.